Right? No, well, the thing is, we've been married a year and a half, and we've both been working from home together for some time. So it's just a little bit more time.
It's definitely not bad when one of us needs space, then we'll just go in the room and close the door like, hey, I need some me time. Give me some time right now. But we're managing.
Yeah.
So it seems like you guys almost were conditioned to quarantine, because I feel like Love is Blind is self-quarantining. And you guys, you know, that's already kind of prepping you for this. So I feel like you guys were made for the apocalypse.
Exactly.
Well said.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the show, because it was renewed for 2 seasons, which they just announced.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people find what they're looking for, the love of their life, hopefully, and you know, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
Are
you really
guys
never know.
Getting your popcorn like everybody else?
Oh yeah, definitely gonna see what happens.
Right. Yeah. I mean, very curious to see, and you never know going into it what's gonna happen.
Right.
Especially in Chi-Town, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Now, will you guys make a cameo? Would you hope to like maybe pop in? Maybe you guys could give advice to some of these new couples.
We have no idea. We hope so, though.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, you know, being a part of it, it's going to be a part of us forever. So it would be great to.
We would love that.
To be there, and I think we could give some advice, since we were down in the trenches of the pods ourselves. And it worked out
they always
very
make
well.
Improvements like the second season. The second season, you know, they'll probably have elevators and everybody have a little
I like that.
So you guys might have to be a part of like stepping it up.
Right. See, we'll like that.
Descend into the pod to give advice.
Wow.
Descend out.
Right, like have a little
ascend out.
Now, would you guys do your own spinoff? Because a lot of people have been saying, I know that you guys recently started a YouTube page, which people are obsessed with. People like have visceral reactions to you. Like they love you two together. Would you do a spinoff for TV?
Yeah, I mean, we would absolutely love to do that and continue our journey, you know, and sharing it with I mean, we're going to continue our journey regardless, but, you know, sharing it with the world. I mean, like I always say, I feel like our supporters are like our family. We've literally laughed together, cried together, and got married together. So, you know, we would love to just continue that with everybody and share.
Yeah, we love working together. What's that?
You guys love working together?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, it's fun, and we both have our own creative energy and ideas about things that tend to go pretty well together. And we just have fun, you know, filming and all that stuff. So.
You guys make me believe in love again.
Oh, good.
Now, do you guys have any tips? I know that you said what you're doing together. Do you have tips to survive the quarantine? Because you have your experience with the pods, because you've been working from home for so long. Do you have tips for people who may either be by themselves or people who are with their partners and just kind of surviving like a little bit of going stir crazy?
Absolutely. Well, I would definitely say pick up a new hobby at home. Like maybe it's a book that you always wanted to finish or something that you wanted to work on. Like try to stay productive, even though we're at home and we can't really leave the house, but it's really honestly so much that you can do. Try to, you know, get your workout on. I know it's hard because I struggle too, but try not to eat all the snacks, y'all. I literally just ate a snack on the other live. Like it's so hard, especially being at home. But you know, I think structured schedule really helps too. So that's something else that we've been doing.
For sure. And you know, we've also been trying to get a mix of together time and alone time. We both kind of need that alone time as well. So we'll go, like I think Lauren said earlier, in our offices and close the door and get some stuff done, some journaling, whatever, or like home workouts, are
meditating,
but trying to have fun too.
More healthy. Like I love this advice right now. I'm going to take some notes for myself. You guys been giving. I know people often want relationship advice because you guys are great at giving it. It feels very natural and authentic, and people love to see you together. Have any of the other couples reached out, or anybody else from the show that didn't make it and said like, "Hey, can you guys give me advice? We'd love to hear how you made it happen."
Ooh, nobody from the show, I don't think, but definitely other people. Yeah, but I think everybody from the show is just kind of doing their own thing. You know, they're carving their own paths, and so which is good because I mean, you know, you got to do what works for you. So
yeah. Everyone's got their own dynamics for sure.
Everyone's definitely asked if Cameron has a brother, though, especially.
I was gonna
like,
say,
does Cam have a brother or a cousin or something?
Right. We have gotten so many fan questions, and I feel like the number one fan question we have gotten is, do you have a brother, Cameron? I mean, do you have a brother? Do you have a friend, a cousin?
Right.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If I had a brother, I feel like he would be like screaming at the top of the internet, like, I'm here, you know. But no, I sadly don't have a brother. And I'm trying to, I feel like all my friends and cousins are in relationships. I really, I mean, I would love to set them up if I could. Cousins, if you're out there listening, like, you know, now's the time, buddy.
This is what I think we should do, because you do not have a brother, but there are a lot of men who give other men advice on how to court a woman, how to communicate better with a woman, how to make a woman feel that you're interested. Maybe you should start like an advice just for men who are trying to pursue women, because a lot of us felt like the way you went about it was really what really helped steer the relationship.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. I would definitely be open to doing that. You know, and I think one of the biggest things is just being secure enough in yourself, confident and brave enough to be willing to be emotional and be sensitive, you know? And listening to that other person when they're talking. I mean, like really listening and trying to ask critical questions that, you know, are going to determine if you can make it work in the long term. I know it's like a lot right off the top, but
you said it like such a scientist too. The critical thinking and the points of the.
I mean, hey, I am a scientist. That's never going to change, but yeah.
So Lauren, tell me, for him, what was one of the determining things once you guys actually got married that really solidified? Because I know that you had said that you kept your apartment, which a lot of people were wondering if that was the right thing, but I really felt like that was a great move, and it was a realistic move.
Right.
How was that moment when you decided, you said, look, I'm keeping this apartment? Was that pressure on you, Cameron, or did you guys feel like it wasn't a factor in making the relationship work, or did it actually help make the relationship work better?
Good question. I think for me, you know, I knew, and this was like a continual thing, that Lauren needed her space. I mean, like we talked about earlier, you know, sometimes you just need some alone time, no matter how much you love the other person or whatever. And she wanted the space to be creative, and I understood that. So I didn't want to pressure her into giving it up, but, you know, I also at the same time was really excited for her to move into the house and, you know, kind of just come together and make a home together.
Yeah.
So I ended up keeping my place for about 3 months. So after the 3 months, then I got rid of it. But I would definitely say that having it in those 3 months like helped us, because it helped me in that transition, and it wasn't just like, okay, we're married, I'm moving in. And even though I spent, of course, majority of my time here, I still pretty much slept here all the time. But that was just, I would go there to kind of do stuff creatively and kind of have my space. So it was great.
Yeah, I really love that about you, Lauren, because I feel like sometimes, especially when we watch a reality show, we see women basically give up everything to get the guy. And it felt like you kept a part of you, but it seemed like you keeping that part of you helped him understand you better, so that he could love you for real, not like the you who's trying to please him.
Exactly. And even through the whole process, like, something that scared me about marriage, and maybe it could have just been commitment anyway, that Cam and I talked about a lot, was getting married. I do not want to lose my identity. Like, I know that when you get married to someone, you have to become their wife and you guys have to melt together, but I don't want me to fade into the black. Like, everything that because I'm in my 30s, so, you know, everything that I've built up to this point, like who I am, like my friends, my family, I know, like I said, sometimes those things have to adjust, but it was so important for me to not lose myself in this whole process, especially since it was so quick. So I just didn't want to like cut myself and off and just, you know, so that was important to me.
And I never wanted to change her either. You know, I just wanted to be able to add to her life. And, yeah.
All right, relationship goals. I'm here for it. So you guys, we do have some fan questions that I wanted to read off to you because people, as soon as we said we were going to talk to you guys from Nightly Pop, they wanted to make sure that we got a few of the questions in. So I want to make sure that some of our fans from Instagram and Twitter are heard. So the first question I got is from Twitter, and it says, oh, actually, we already asked that one. So let's see. The next one is, did you guys feel like you had to tone down your happiness because they saw that because everybody else on the show seemed a little miserable?
Ooh, I wouldn't necessarily say tone down, but probably not flaunt as much. If that makes sense, just because we was miserable. I mean, I'm laughing at them saying miserable. I'm not saying miserable. But I just think that relationship kind of in a capsule. We didn't want to like flaunt it or make other people feel awkward because things were going away in our relationship. And in the same token, we didn't want what was happening in their relationships to kind of influence us in that way. So
well said.
Because isn't it true? Like when I watch sometimes shows where everybody else is fighting, it almost ups your anxiety and makes you a little bit more on edge.
Right, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, there's a group energy for sure for all of us. So yeah, like Lauren said, we kind of tried to isolate a little bit just so we could focus. And it took a lot of focus, you know, everything's happening really fast. So
right. Well, this is what I'm learning from you guys, that you guys stay focused, you listen to each other, and you guys keep your relationship, even though it's not necessarily private. It seems like still, it's funny because I've rarely met a couple that is so public, but the relationship still feels protected.
Yes.
Well, yeah, appreciate that.
That is the key.
That's and the goal,
Share, but still have your what's for you is for you. Yeah.
I
That's
love that.
important to us.
All right. So one other fan question we have is, do either of you miss being single?
No, definitely not. I feel like that was a point in period in my life and it was great, you know. But now it's like, I feel like everything in life has its levels and its steps. And in order for you to move on and grow into the next phase of life, it's not that you don't like reminisce on those times, but it's like you have to grow into the next phase. So I'm happy to be married. I mean, Cam is literally like my Prince Charming, and you know, I'm happy.
So you guys, what are the next steps for you right now? Obviously, I know you're trying to build your lives together separately. There's people who are, I'm sure you're getting tons of pitches for different types of opportunities. Like what in the near future, once we get out of quarantine, where do you see yourselves going?
Man, I mean, you said that like a lot of opportunities. I think the main thing for Lauren and I is just being able to share more of our journey, our adventures together, whether that's in the form of a spinoff or something else. I mean, we love, let's speak it into existence. But we, you know, we just love working together and in the many different forms that it takes.
Yeah, building our lives, building businesses. Like we're trying to build a empire so that not only our kids are good, but our grandkids and their kids. So, you know, we want to take care of our family. So that's definitely the goal.
You know, I wasn't going to ask because I feel like sometimes it's rude to ask about kids, but since you said kids,
I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant, but definitely in the future, like we definitely want to, you know, have children for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for that journey as too. Okay, guys, so we do this thing on Nightly Pop that's called Relationship Trolls, and we take some of the craziest relationship questions and we give advice. So you guys are very, very normal and solid. These questions are, I'm gonna tell you right now, a little outrageous, but because you are so rock solid, I want to get your advice from
Let me prepare myself. Let me sit up for this one.
All right, so the first one is a girl that I'm dating, I just found out that her boyfriend's roommate is actually his ex and he never told her. They have wait, let me read this over.
I'm lost.
Let me read it. A girl just found out one of her boyfriend's roommates is actually his ex, and he never told her. They have been dating 5 months, and the ex is the one who told
the boy. He kept it a secret.
Yeah.
We don't trust him. I don't for sure.
Yeah, if he never brought it up, I mean, that's
shady.
That's such a red flag.
That's shady as hell.
Should she leave?
Yes.
I mean, they did.
Yes, come on.
I mean, yeah, that's to me, that's some red flag type stuff. But they definitely need to have a conversation. Like, so you're not gonna tell me you was boinking your roommate?
That should be addressed immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm here with you guys. You know, I feel the same way. I say block them on everything, including real life.
Period.
All right. This is the next one. A woman writes, my boyfriend who has a foot fetish broke up with me today because I asked why he rubs feet with his mother. Please help me understand his behavior and reaction.
That took a real weird turn. Yeah. First off, babe.
What?
I was gonna let you answer. Before I could things.
I mean,
wrong with that.
It seems really clear to me. I mean, if he says he has a foot fetish, and he's rubbing his mom's feet.
No.
Next.
Red flags, like run away. Yeah. Block him for sure.
Yes, okay. It seems like the constant theme is block party.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Does people play pussies with their mom? Like, that's weird in its own right.
The fetish is one thing. With your mom is another.
Yeah. Everyone's entitled to their fetishes, but with the parents.
That ain't right.
It ain't right. Make the family reunions a little questionable, so we will move on to the next question. Okay, so next, a guy who calls his car his baby wants to know if he's an a-hole for not driving his girlfriend's dog to the vet. Now, he insisted that they take her car because his is too nice and her dog poops everywhere when it gets nervous. Now she's mad and she's not speaking to him.
I feel like that's one you can kind of navigate, like maybe get some kind of cage or something to put him in the car if that's the issue. But
so try to find them. You don't think this is a breakupable offense?
No, I wouldn't break up. But I mean, I honestly think, like, why not use her car?
Yeah, right. If it is her animal.
Yeah, and if it's like, I understand if it's like a luxury vehicle and the dog has bowel problems, like, hey, we gotta use your car to take the dog. Yeah. So I don't think
we might have to get a diaper for the dog, but I think that
right.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last one, you guys. This is actually from 6 Brown Chicks on Twitter. A guy met his dream girl at the gym. They dated for 8 months. She got pregnant and then moved in with him. Mm-hmm. Then he says she consistently gets high, eats on the couch, and drinks Hawaiian Punch by the gallon. He found out she's not pregnant, just gaining weight. Advice.
The finesse. The finesse of the situation.
Is it the case that she lied about being pregnant?
Yeah, she wasn't pregnant. She was just eating and getting thicker.
Been with him, so she started.
Oh, break up with her because she is a scammer.
Yeah, I think.
Swiper, no swiping. She is scamming through life, and if she's willing to lie to say that she's pregnant to move in with you, who else knows what she's lying about? Okay. Right. Is she really who she says she is?
Right.
She's probably stealing your credit cards when you sleep. Let her go. Let her go, child.
You guys, I love this segment. I really feel like
this is fun.
This is fun.
Well, okay, because you're having fun, I got one more for you, okay?
All right, hit us.
All right. A woman wants to know if it's weird that her boyfriend tracks her period. He says he does it so he can take care of her and buy her snacks. Her friends tell her it's creepy.
What do you think, Cam?
I can kind of see both sides of it. Because I don't think it's necessarily bad to like know when it's coming. But at the same for the record, I'm not tracking it. Lauren and I already talked about it. I'm not tracking it.
Yeah.
I like to collect data, but I'm not tracking it.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying I like to do it, but we already talked about it. We decided.
You didn't write this question, did you?
Well, I was hoping we awesome.
Cam, did you submit this question? No. I actually asked Cam that one time because I remember that he was like, it should be coming soon, right? And I was like, how do you know? I was like, are you tracking my period? He was like, no, well, we live together, so, you can kind of just tell. And he was like, we're in a relationship. I just want to make sure you're good.
Okay.
But
so that's why, Cameron, initially you were like, I kind of understand where he's coming from.
I do. I kind of understand because it is a major effect on your body, and that has ripple effects to everything else. So, you know, I don't see any issue with it
Not
per
ripple
se.
effects.
all right. I told him, I was like, babe, I don't clock my period.
She asked me not to track it, so I'm
yeah,
not,
I was like, don't do that.
Cameron, this is the sweetest way of saying I just want to make sure my head doesn't get ripped off. And I just need to make sure.
That's exactly what it is. It's the mood switches. So he's like, okay, I know it's coming.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I seriously love talking to you guys. Like, I could listen to you guys give relationship advice. I feel like we are old friends already. So when you guys come to LA, you have to come visit us at night.
Yes,
once we all get free,
yeah, we
guys
love
have
that.
an open invitation to come visit us and sit down.
Love it.
Because we would love to have more of this and do relationship trolls all episodes.
Oh yes, we would love that. This is fun.
Yes,
we need to do this more when we come to LA. Like you said, loved it.
Yeah,
yes, we would love to. I have to make sure that everybody remembers that Netflix is now streaming Love is Blind. It's still in the top 5. People are still watching it. People are still obsessed with you guys. And, you know, I just wish you guys such love and continued success. Everything that you do, I can feel it from here in LA. So I really, really enjoyed speaking with you guys. And can't wait to see what you guys have next.
Thank you so much. Same to you. Stay safe and healthy out here.
You guys stay safe, and we will talk and hopefully see each other soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye, guys.